70% of Israel is made up of people like me, brown and black Jews who came from the Middle East, not what you would consider the stereotypical Jew that you see in America. Not that it makes them, doesn't make them white or American because they're whiter Jews, but Arabs are the biggest bullies in the Middle East. They massacre Christians, but Palestinians are the worst bullies there are. I mean, the Palestinians are the reason why my family had to come here. They literally got us kicked out of Iraq. It was Palestinians' fault. But nobody wants to talk about these things, you know?
Did Palestine push out the Christianity people?
Of course. They're constantly doing it today too. Bethlehem and Nazareth were once Christian cities. They're not anymore. Yo.
What's up, guys? You're from Israel, huh?
I'm from Israel. Look at you, bro. You look like a happy, nice individual. I like you.
I am. I just had a conversation with another Israeli. We were talking about the world and stuff like that, you know, Palestine and Lebanon and stuff like that.
Cool.
We were having a very cordial conversation. It was really nice.
Nice. I'm happy to hear that. That's great.
I do have some questions though. We were talking about, hold on, give me a second. This plane coming over. We were talking about October 7th, and I brought up how like he said that Palestine attacked them and stuff like that, and I wanted to know his stance on like was Israel bullying Palestine before that happened? Because like the way that I see it, I genuinely think Palestine like stood up to a bully. Like imagine you're standing up to a bully and like you finally push him back, and then that motherfucker literally puts you on life support after that. That's what I feel like happened.
Yeah, it's a very white American way of looking at it. But the actual truth is that the Arab world, which Palestinians are a part of, are the worst bullies on planet Earth right now.
You think Palestinians are bullies?
Oh, yeah. Look at me. Look at my color skin. Oh. I'm more Arab than 99% of the Palestinians, but they're my oppressor. I'm more Palestinian than a Palestinian, but they're my oppressor. And 70% of Israel is made up of people like me, brown and black Jews who came from the Middle East, not what you would consider the stereotypical Jew that you see in America. Not that it makes them, doesn't make them white or American because they're whiter Jews, but Arabs are the biggest bullies in the Middle East. They're the only people continuously enslaving black people. In Gaza, for example, they have a neighborhood called the Slave Neighborhood, reserved exclusively for black people, for 11 to 15,000 black Palestinians. They massacre Christians.
Did they die?
Huh?
Did they die? Did a lot of those people die during the attacks or no?
Like from Israel, I'm sure that some of them that died. I don't know the exact numbers because they kind of treat them like shit, so I'm not really sure. I don't think there's a survey specifically for their community, but they're like a totally marginalized community within Palestine. But Palestinians are the worst bullies there are. I mean, the Palestinians are the reason why my family had to come here. They literally got us kicked out of Iraq. It was Palestinians' fault. But nobody wants to talk about these things, you know?
Did Palestine push out the Christianity people?
Of course. They're constantly doing it today too.
Wait a minute.
Bethlehem and Nazareth were once Christian cities. They're not anymore.
Huh. I'm Lebanese, Egyptian, and Persian, and we migrated here whenever Christianity and Muslim like started like not getting along for some fucking reason. So we came to America.
Wait, Habibi, one second. You're Lebanese, so like Maronite Christian, Egyptian like Coptic Christian, and Iranian Christian or Iranian Muslim? Like Muslim from Iran.
I think Muslim.
I
think. So I think I might be like 2/3 Christian and then 1/3 Muslim, but
fucking dope ancestry. That's fucking dope ancestry. That's very cool. Good mix.
My last name is Nasser. Like I feel like I'm supposed to be talking about this shit, but just to keep it short and simple.
Sure.
What I was talking to that other guy about is that I'm not on this side and I'm not on that side. Like I'm right in the middle, trying to find like perspectives on both sides. And I'm trying to start a YouTube channel in a stream and stuff like that. I'll plug it real quick. I'm not streaming right now. This is just me learning.
I'll shout it out for you. West Vlogs, ladies and gentlemen. West Vlogs.
Oh, are you a streamer?
I'm a pretty big YouTuber, so we'll get you hopefully a bunch of subscribers. Everyone go subscribe to West Vlogs.
Thanks, bro. But yeah, my question is, if there was one thing you could change about the world to make it a better place, what would it be?
Wow.
You take your time on it. I'm gonna smoke a bowl real quick.
I love you, bro. You're amazing.
Love you too, man.
I don't know. I feel like more nuance is probably the answer. More nuance.
I don't know what that vocabulary word is.
Like nuance is being able to look at finer details, like less generalizations. If we were able to have, as human beings, a little bit more nuance, even in the worst possible situations and outcomes, where people are like, we can't excuse this behavior, we can't excuse this, we can't excuse that. I feel like nuance is kind of the answer to everything, where you're able to sit and actually understand where somebody's coming from. Like I can understand, for example, where a Hamas member is coming from. I don't agree with them, but I can understand where they're coming from.
Are you explaining empathy right now?
Maybe it is like being more empathetic, but I feel like being more empathetic is like a little gay. Like it's like I feel for you. I don't necessarily need you to agree with me or feel for me. I want you to see where I'm coming from.
Do you want to be understood?
I don't even think it's about understanding. It's just like seeing the nuance. Like you can see that these things happen. Understanding requires a level of empathy. Like, you're not going to understand what my grandparents went through. I'm not going to understand what your grandparents went through.
If you tell me the story, I might be able to put my best
You might be able to relate to it. But, like...
Not relate to it, but I'll put my best ability into, like, what they possibly could have been feeling.
And then, like, for example, a white guy in America or a black guy in America who I explain the same story will have almost zero ability to understand that pain and that suffering that's very specific. So, I wish there was a way to transmit that understanding, like actual genuine understanding of what people's trauma is in the world, what they actually gone through.
I get what you're saying, because there's some fucking white chicks that literally act like they've never had a bad thing happen to them before.
Everyone had bad things happen to them.
No, bro. In America, bro, you don't understand. There are some white chicks that really it's like Barbie world for them. But like where I live, like we live in a place where it's like adult. It's an adult Disney World. My vlog is gonna be about where I live. It's called Key West, Florida.
Oh, I'm from Miami originally.
Oh, nice. That's what's.
So I've been to Key West. Yeah, I've been to Key West a bunch.
Nice. You know One Human Family and shit.
No.
Oh, cool. So I love talking about that. That's literally our motto. Our motto down here in Key West is one human family. To where like we don't care where you come from, we don't care how much money you have or like what kind of gender you want to be called or whatever the fuck. We literally know that we're trying to survive on an island in the middle of the ocean. And my goal with this YouTube channel and like talking to people like you, like I like it a lot. But I want the world to be a little bit like Key West, where like we put the differences aside and we like kind of work together to try and figure out what the solution could be, to where like, you know, we're trying to survive on a rock in the middle of space type shit. Like we should really be using technology to figure out the best way to like survive here. And we should probably just put the guns down real quick. You know, if you need to pick them back up because somebody's being an asshole, makes sense. But like for a second, I think we need to get some scientists in the same room and say like, listen guys, we need to get a fucking goal going. Like if humanity just wakes up feeling like they're doing the same shit every day, nothing to look forward to, and that shit, like that's why suicide numbers are up, bro. Men's mental health, like 80% of the guys who kill themselves, 80% of the people who kill themselves are guys, and it's like I feel like it's the dudes who like really overthink, like the guys who have like all this information and shit, but they don't know what to do about it. So I feel like if they, this is where empathy comes into play. If they felt a little bit understood, like understood in the way to where nothing is understood, like they feel so confused and like I don't know, bro. Like I feel like that would send some people over into like a psychotic break if they're like seeing all the facts of the world and they're like, fuck, bro. Like I don't even know what to do.
For sure. A lot of people can't handle I think a lot of people can't handle the truth. I mean, this is a more like esoteric conversation, but I can tell you I traveled around 80 countries in the world. I spent like 10 years as a travel vlogger, and that's what I did for work before October 7th. And I only then transitioned into content like this. But I got a very diverse and wide-eyed perspective on the world. And one of the things I learned is that there's a lot of very dumb people out there in the world. Not because they're not capable of being smart, but most people, unfortunately, in the world are dumb. And it's because... Respectfully ignorant. Yeah, they're good people. They can be good people, but they're just very stupid because they either haven't had the opportunity to be smarter or more educated in that
you're explaining what it is to be an American right now. They want their McDonald's, they want their Subway, and their Netflix.
If you think Americans are dumb, you got another thing coming, bro. Americans are some of the smartest people on planet Earth, considering some of the places I have been. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something very clearly. Americans are good, very smart, maybe a little bit ignorant about the world around them, but like as for America and quite frankly, you live in the most important, rich, successful empire in the world, it kind of makes sense.
US? Or are you talking about
No, America in general, like the
Okay.
United States. Like historically looking at it, people in the Roman Empire weren't so educated about every other country in the world because Rome was the most important thing. So it's this, you have a country the size of Europe, you know? It's hard to remember everything there and then some. If I were just to give a little bit of a free pass to Americans, I'm not saying it's 100% okay, but there's a lot of people out there that are just very dumb, and that's most of planet Earth. And it makes it a lot harder for you and I to have conversations that also include people like them, even though they're the most important to be included into because they're the vast majority of planet Earth. But they don't see or understand or even like they cannot conceive of the stuff that we're talking about. It doesn't make sense to them because their problems are stopping an elephant from destroying their crops or making sure that gang doesn't rape and pillage their whole village that night.
I get what you're saying.
You know? These conversations are a privilege to have. And the one thing I'll say about this one family thing you're talking about, first of all, next time I'm in Florida, I'd love to like link up in person. It would be
Bro,
dope
I got
to come.
you 100%, bro. My brother, he's asleep right now. He does jet ski tour guides down here.
Oh, cool.
We got you, bro. For real.
Yeah, let's do it. I would say the one thing that's most important if you guys are having conversations, make sure to include contrarian perspectives. Like make sure it never devolves into one perspective. We just want people who are peace and love. I would say purposely seek out the antagonistic people who don't agree with you. The people who would have a hard time sitting with you, even though you seem like a lovely person about peace and love.
You should have seen the guy from yesterday on stream. It was so crazy. He told me a lot of stuff about how the school in Iran that got bombed was a camp for little girls that were being trained on how to be suicide bombers. And I sat there for a good 45 minutes talking to this one guy about like all this crazy fucking spiels. And I wasn't once being like, dog, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. I was just being respectful. I just wanted to hear what he had to say shit, you know? You never know what's right and wrong. You know, maybe a puzzle piece lines up there, but
you gotta hear, you gotta listen. You gotta listen to everyone.
You gotta listen.
Anyways,
you gotta not be an asshole.
My brother, I gotta jet off, but very nice meeting you. We'll be in touch, bro.
Yes, sir. God bless you.
See you, brother. You too. God bless. What a nice guy. Florida man, just like me.